My name is Michael Lawson. I am the president and CEO of the Los Angeles Urban League. I took this position starting in November of 2021, and I have just had a joy serving my community. The Los Angeles Urban League is a part of a um, a nationwide group of organizations headed up by the National Urban League in New York, with over 90 affiliates in 35 states. The Los Angeles Urban League has enjoys the honor of being one of the early adopters. We opened our doors in 1921. So last year we celebrated our centennial. Because of the pandemic, we are going to continue to celebrate until the pandemic is over. But we are very proud of uh, the work that we've been able to do in Los Angeles. That work is focused on economic empowerment for underserved communities. Our primary focus is on the African American community, but we are not limited to that. We focus on all peoples who are uh, underrepresented within the Los Angeles area. We do job placement, job training, entrepreneurship training, advocacy. We do whatever is necessary in order to raise the level of the um, the way in which our communities operate. I'm proud to be a part of this. The Urban League is focused on economic empowerment. So at the top of the list is job training. We have programs in which we are training people for specific jobs. When I first came on, we had a very robust program for the one area of business that wasn't adversely affected by the pandemic, and that's construction work that continues to go on because it's outdoors. We have a good relationship with the unions. We are training people uh, to understand what it is they need to learn and understand, and how to operate within the union community within Los Angeles, while we're teaching them to trade. As I said, we're also working on entrepreneurship. When you talk about economic empowerment, it's more than just jobs. It's um, owning a business, and in on the business side is more than just uh, you know putting up a sign. You need access to capital. You need access to credit. You need back office support, and we have programs that train people to understand the ins and outs of entrepreneurship, and provide some financial support for uh, those startup businesses. But we don't limit ourselves to startup businesses. We're working with existing businesses that want to move to the next level, and we're working with financial institutions that are partnering with us to help us move the needle forward. The goal ultimately is to rebuild what we call Black Wall Street. Uh, the uh, uh, the area in Tulsa that was known as Greenwood, that was destroyed in 1921 on 3 days of rioting, and it wasn't the only area could that was rightfully named Black Wall Street, that were destroyed during the 1920s in riots across the country. We are determined to rebuild that. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen because it was done before. So we're looking forward to being a part of that. We try to make it as simple as possible. We meet people where they are. We have people who are homeless. We have people who have been sleeping in their cars. We have people who have been laid off. We have uh, people who are trying to go to school remotely, but they don't have access to Wi-Fi. They don't have access to computers and iPads. So we are there to try to address all of these issues, regardless of who they are and what they've been through, because we know what it is to be in that position. We're going to do what we can to find a way to get you on the right track. And we're not going to try to do that alone. There are a lot of organizations in Los Angeles City and Los Angeles County that we partner with. And so to the extent that we are not the best at a particular, if there's a need that we can't that we can't address, we will find someone who can. The best way to connect with us is through our website. There's a lot of information there, but the most important information is uh, a list of the types of programs that we have in place and whom to contact with respect to those programs. If you don't have access to a computer or an iPad, or you can call the office. And if someone is there to take your call, we will always do that. In the absence of that, leave a message. But we will reach out to you. We will reach back and let you know what's the best way uh, to 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 get into the system. We have a single office right now. So if you don't have access to a phone or don't have access to a computer, come and knock on our door. And hopefully somebody will be there once this pandemic is over. We know someone will be there, and we will do what we can to help you. When you ask the question of what are we most proud of, it's a hard question to answer because I am so proud of the team that we have and uh, the benefits that we've been able to bring um, to the people that have come through our doors. Training for construction work. I can't tell you how heartwarming it is to see people coming through that program and getting the jobs that they were looking to have and getting the revenue that these jobs are able to bring. Backstage careers. We had one uh, person in our program who was sleeping in his car at the time that he heard about the program and came in and asked if he could be a part of it, and we said absolutely. And uh, within just a matter of uh, 6 months, he had a position. He had we could not be happier for that one person, and we are looking forward to expanding that program. The programs that we have are varied in the types of programs, the necessity for the work that needs to go into it, uh, but they all are designed to uh, make sure that the people who come out of these programs are proud of who they are and proud of what they can do in the future. Uh, the Los Angeles Urban League uh, connection with the CDFIs is actually very simple. I've been in Los Angeles for a long time. And during that period, even though I was not running a nonprofit, I was practicing law and yeah, working in Viragosa's administration as part of the airport commission and on other boards that were related to uh, the city in and of itself. Uh, I have come to know most of the people in the CDFI space. These are the people that I went to talk about what is going on, what they're doing, how we can help, how we can integrate our resources for the benefit of the people that we're trying to service. And one of the things that came out of that conversation was uh, a an understanding that we needed to be more collaborative in what we're doing and how we're doing it. And that's really it. I mean, we're stronger together. And the work that this consortium is doing is critical to the growth of our community. Our model, quite frankly, is Koreatown. A dollar dropped in Koreatown stays in there an average of 50 days. A dollar dropped in South Los Angeles stays there about 8 hours. It's that multiplier effect that you get from the movement of that dollar in Koreatown that is what we need to have in South Los Angeles. And in order to do that, we need entrepreneurs who are buying and selling to and from each other, and creating an ecosystem that feeds on itself, and that it breeds more benefits than it loses. And as I mentioned earlier, we know that we can do this because our forefathers did it before. That's what the consortium is about. It's about creating an ecosystem that will benefit our community through the multiplier effect of buying and selling to and from one another. And this will have a multiplier effect on things that you would think of. Our schools will be better. There's no question about it. We won't have as much lack in our community as we now have, and you will see the students in schools looking up to the entrepreneurs in the classroom, and this is what they want to be, and this is what we want them to want to be. So the sky's the limit. We have the talent, we have the intelligence, we have uh, uh, the vigor, we have the want to do this, and we are not going to put a time limit on how long it's going to take, but it's not going to take as long as people think. Um, we've got a great team. We're partnering with, and when I say a team, I'm talking about the consortium. We're all working together on this, and we all have a shared vision. So there's no doubt in my mind that we will change the economic framework of Los Angeles within the next few years.